Welcome back to my channel, Cord Cutting in Sports. This video is going to highlight some changes that were made to the process for downloading replays of events that aired on the Fox channels. So that includes Broadcast Fox, FS1, FS2, and also Big Ten Network as well. So basically what's happened is, first of all, there are multiple M3U8 uh, links that come up when you click on an event, but some of them work and some of them don't. So you have to make sure that you select the correct one. In addition to that, the way that the files are being compiled now, if you download an event, okay, and you get a TS file via Streamlink, what's going to happen is if you try to run it through FFmpeg, it's only going to return the ads. It's not going to return any of the actual event that you want to watch. So what you have to do is you have to take the TS file and you have to convert it to some other type of file, like an MP4, or it can also be an MKV, but you actually have to re-encode it and go through that process. And then once you do that, it'll leave you with just the game itself and none of the ads. What this also means is that you cannot use YouTube DL or YTP-DL to download replays of events from the Fox Sports website anymore, because it'll start downloading and everything will look fine and it'll get you an MP4 file, but that file will only have the ads in it and nothing else. There's no way that I figured out to download using YouTube DL that'll actually grab the event and not the ads because of somehow the way that they've changed that they're streaming things. So let's go look at an example. All right, so I'm on the Fox Sports website. I've already got a couple other things done. So I've got a notepad file here with my command line that I'm going to run. Okay, I'm just going to drop the URL in there and then copy and paste it and run it. And I've also got my command prompt open. I've already navigated to the directory where Streamlink is located and ready, where I'm going to run the command line. All right, so I'm going to click on this event. So notice there's multiple things that come up here. I already have M3U8 in the filter box here. This first one with index.m3u8, I believe, is the one that traditionally is not working. The one we want is this really long one which has proxy in it. So I'm going to try this one first just to confirm that this is the one that is not working. Okay, so this is a fairly short URL. So now I go to here. Yeah. See, this one is just going to keep giving you this error about, failed to parse playlist, missing whatever header. And you can keep trying it and keep trying it, but basically it's not going to work. Okay. So you do not want that one. You do not want this index one. You want this one down here that has all the proxies in it. Also, let me just pause this so we don't get some type of copyright strike. So now I will just replace this. See, this one is much, much longer and it has a bunch of proxies in it, proxy.1, blah, 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 proxy.2, blah, blah. This is the one that you want. This is the one that's going to work, and we'll download the full thing. So let's go ahead now and see right away it works. It's going to keep giving these messages about stream discontinuities. Just ignore those. Those don't matter. That's basically the ads, because the ads are set up at like a different size, video size, height and width compared to the actual picture. So don't worry about that. Just let this run, and then I'll come back once this is done and I'll show you what happens if you try to convert it using FFmpeg. It'll just give you a bunch of ads, and then talk about what you actually need to do to convert it. Okay, so now the full file has downloaded. So what I'm going to show you is that if you go ahead and again you run FFmpeg, so I've got basically just like the command here already set up for my file. So I just need to navigate to a different directory. Okay, and then I'll run, and So this is converting the TS file to an MKV file. This is the procedure normally you would do when you download or save a TS file using Streamlink, right? And then the MKV file you can watch, you can edit and so on. So that just finished, but what we're going to see when I go to play the file is you're going to see it's nothing but ads. It's going to be probably somewhere between like 40 minutes to an hour of just the ads. Okay, so you can see it's an hour and 8 minutes and some seconds, and it's just all ads. There's no game here. So what you have to do instead is, like I said, take the TS file, the original TS file. Just going to delete this MKV file I just made now, and you have to basically re-encode it with a different codec. So I usually just send it to an MP4, the codec H.264. I use Handbrake, just so download Handbrake, free software, do it that way. But you could use it a different program. Um, and then once you do that, it will give you the full game and basically none of the ads. So that's the procedure that you now have to use for anything from, Fox, FS1, FS2, Big Ten Network. Because another thing I noticed is now the replays of the Big Ten Network games now do show up on the replay page as well. Whereas previously they didn't. It was only Fox, FS1, and FS2 games. But the Big Ten Network games are showing up there as well. All right. So, anyways, that's just a brief overview or demonstration of the changes that have happened to downloading slash saving slash recording Fox, FS1, FS2, BTN games. Have any other questions about using Streamlink? Feel free to send me an email, leave a comment on the video below, or check out the other, video tutorials I have on how to download, save, record sporting events from various websites. And that's pretty much it for this video. Again, hope you enjoyed it, but reach out if there's anything that you're having trouble with.